So the word of the day on the radio this morning on Bud Hedinger Live was a word I'd never heard before today, wackadoo. What's a wackadoo? Staff looked it up. It's a fanatical, eccentric person. Wackadoo was how Terry Frana, who was seriously injured when attacked by a black bear in Seminole County, described her neighbor 2 doors down, a guy by the name of Doug Cyphers, who she told authorities regularly feeds the black bears. And so the black bears come out of the Wekiva Preserve and right into her Carisbrook neighborhood, which is adjacent to the preserve. And they're putting together some kind of a case here. I don't think there's a lawsuit yet. But the question I posed to you this morning, I posed on the radio. Could a lawsuit be fashioned that would be successful if Terry Frana sued Doug Cyphers for the attack on her by the black bear, claiming that he's the one who's responsible for attracting all the black bears who otherwise, if he weren't feeding them, would not have been there, and the attack would have been almost an impossibility. Be very, very interesting to see whether or not they go that route with a lawsuit and whether or not it could be successful. Also, there are a lot of people who are up in arms over the number of bears that Florida Fish and Wildlife killed as payback for the attack on Terry Frana. A lot of those bears had nothing to do with anything. But if they were also brought out of the woods by the illegal feeding of black bears by this guy Doug Cyphers, and by the way, that's against Florida law, could land you in the clink for 60 days with a $500 fine, could they file a lawsuit on the dead bear's behalf against Cyphers? Stay tuned. I mean, you know I sound like a wackadoo even saying these things, but nothing would surprise me. That's what I think. What do you think? Hey, join me for the next edition of Bud Hedinger Live, Monday morning 6 to 9, right here on News Radio WFLA. We'll look for you then.